Ken Levine's name is synonymous with one of the greatest games of all time, BioShock. His upcoming project, Judas, has ignited a firestorm of anticipation among many gamers who want another BioShock. The reason why people want another BioShock was because it was a great game. It wasn't just your typical first-person shooter or a game that had a very immersive world. It was a game that was very meticulously crafted to challenge our perception of video games. Levine wasn't afraid to throw players headfirst into a world that questioned free will, societal structures, and the very nature of reality. Remember the feeling you got when you first got into Rapture, when you first set your eyes on that utopian underwater city. And who can forget the mind-blowing twist at the very end of BioShock? The one that left everybody speechless and trying to piece together the narrative we thought we understood. Now, BioShock Infinite took this even a step further. The floating city of Columbia, with its sky-high ideals and racial inequalities presented in a beautiful yet deeply flawed utopia. The game wasn't afraid to explore themes of American exceptionalism, religious fanaticism, and the cyclical nature of violence. But then came the ending, another mind-bender that forced everybody to confront the complexities of choice and consequence. Now, these weren't just plot points, they were straight gut punches to us. They made us question the world around us, the choices we made, and the very nature of video games. BioShock wasn't just entertainment. It was an artistic statement that redefined the medium's potential for storytelling and player agency. Now, the recent gameplay reveal for Judas feels like a long-lost echo of BioShock. Amidst the proverbial dust of the old BioShock games lies a potential spiritual successor that has fans and even myself teeming with anticipation to see what could possibly come from this game. In the trailer, we're whisked away to the Mayflower, a colossal spacefaring city cloaked in a dystopian haze. Social control hangs heavy in the air, a suffocating blanket stifling any semblance of freedom. Justice, if it exists at all, takes on a warped and sinister form. Combat, from what we've seen, seems to replicate a little bit of BioShock, which isn't a bad thing as long as it promises to redefine it and improve on anything bad that BioShock had prior. But for me, the true allure of Judas lies not just in its atmospheric world or the combat. It's the echoes of BioShock that truly resonate. There's cryptic messages woven throughout the trailer that hint at a very good narrative full of moral ambiguity, which is a hallmark of Levine's work. Will we be presented with agonizing choices that test us? Will the line between hero and villain become blurred, forcing us to walk through a tightrope between redemption and damnation? Who knows? We'll have to play to find out. This sense of player agency is reminiscent of BioShock's core themes. Are we going to be a cog in the oppressive machine? Simply another cog turning the wheels and the gears of the Mayflower's twisted society? Or are we going to rise up as a rebel, carving a path of defiance and rewriting the rules of this dystopian world? Now, the possibilities are as thrilling as they are terrifying, a feeling BioShock mastered with its own choices and consequence system. Judas, with its potential for complex narrative and player agency, seems poised to capture that same magic, offering a new world to explore, a new set of morals to wrestle with, and a new experience that could redefine the immersive sim genre. Now, I've seen some theories stirring around, and I have some theories of myself as well, but the enigmatic title Judas casts, a pretty good shadow over the upcoming game. Nobody knows if it's a direct reference to the infamous biblical betrayer Judas, or does it represent something more nuanced? So I think the most obvious interpretation is a connection to the biblical Judas. Could our protagonist maybe be destined to betray someone or something? Is there somebody hidden in the shadows that's pulling the strings? Maybe a charismatic leader, which we've seen before, will maybe eventually be forced to turn against its own people? Perhaps even the whole narrative just hinges on a single momentous decision that'll echo the biblical betrayal. But what if the title goes beyond just a simple biblical reference? Now, I've seen some theories that propose that Judas might not be a name, but a title maybe bestowed upon those who disrupt the established order. So this interpretation opens up a treasure trove of possibilities, in my opinion. Imagine being labeled a Judas for questioning the Mayflower's oppressive system. Perhaps the act of rebellion itself earns you this moniker, turning you into a symbol of resistance within the city. All I know, and all that's certain, is that Judas has a huge potential for a very layered narrative, and hopefully delivers on something that will keep us guessing, theorizing, and ultimately keep us deeply invested in the world and the choices we make within it. Now, the limited information available about Judas only serves to heighten my excitement and the excitement for others. I genuinely think that this has the potential to be another masterpiece, another BioShock. I mean, it's been 10 years since the last BioShock came out, and BioShock Infinite ended on a very, very high note, and I really do think Ken Levine can deliver on this game. And that's where my yapping ends today. Tell me what you guys think about Judas. Do you guys think that Judas could be a success? Do you guys think that Judas could be the next BioShock, or even better? Will it succeed? Will it fail? I think Judas is going to succeed. I know Judas has been cooking for about 10 years now. We have been waiting for something like this to come back, give us that great single player story that we've been in need of, and hopefully it delivers something worthy for all of us to enjoy. Are you guys ready to take the plunge into Judas? I know I am. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.